A quick video installing these 2-inch wooden blinds from Home Depot. This is a pretty low price option. It's the Home Decorators collection, so you can pick your custom width and length. So these are 32 inches wide, 72 inches tall, and we got 3 of them. You can see I already hung 2 up. They hang up super easy, super quick, and so just want to show a quick install video and just kind of a quick review, because we found that these were very well priced. It was 50 bucks per window, so we spent $150 for 3, and they look great, they operate great, and just a lot cheaper than the other options we were looking at online. So we'll start out with the unboxing first. Okay, so it looks like a lot in this box, but it really isn't. First steps are just to, put these caps on the end, on the bottom here. So they just, well, here's your blinds. This is the top, the bottom. You can tell this is the front because it has this hole where the this pro goes in, so you can open and close them. So on the bottom, on each side, you have to put these little caps. They just pop in. Just push them in. Then on the top side, you have these caps, and this one says R for right side, and so they only go in one way. You just have to line it up correctly and pop them in. Just make sure you got the right on the right and the left on the left. It just pops in there. Same thing with the left one, has an L on it. Okay, pop in. And then we've got these little clips. So these go on the front of the top. This is what holds the, I don't know what this is called, a little trim piece. And so they can go wherever you want. You just don't want them to go in the same place where your brackets are going to go. But the good thing is once you clip these on, you can kind of move them around. So I'm going to put mine just kind of here in the middle. And they just clip on. So if you look at it this way, this faces towards the front, this faces towards the window, and this part here clips onto the top of the blinds, and these 2 little clips are for the trim piece. So it's going to clip on like that. Again, just put them wherever, and you can slide them around if you have to. Just make sure they snap into place. And then the last thing is you get these little pieces. You've got the end pieces of the trim, these little connectors, and they just see there's a little notch right there. Slide that in the notch, maybe wiggle it a little bit to go in. Do that on both of these pieces. And then these just slide onto the ends of the front trim piece here. Make sure you get into the slot, wiggle it just a little bit, make sure you don't put too much sideways stress on it, make sure it's going straight in. You don't want to break the plastic clips, but I did all my windows without breaking them. So now this goes on at the very end along with this. So look like a lot of stuff in the box, but it really isn't. And then the last thing you have are your mounting brackets. And so for my window, I'm doing what's called inside the frame. I think there's 2 different options, but so I just followed whatever it said here. All these things are in the directions, but I'm doing inside mount. So for my 32-inch wide window, I just need 2 of these clips, and these are just going to screw to the top of the window. And these 2 holes here are where the screws go into the top of my window mount, so they're going to sit like this up in my window. I'll show you what that looks like in a second. Okay, so here's the window they're going in, and so these are just going to mount right there. Hopefully you can see that well. And again, it doesn't really matter where they go, just try to balance them for the weight of the blinds. I think what I ended up doing is I like centered them, or maybe put them about right there. So maybe like not quite every third of the way, but maybe every quarter of the way. I put 2 of them. And so again, these don't have to be anywhere super specific because the frame can slide left and right in here, but I'm going to do one about here. What I'm doing is I'm holding it up where it's going to be, and I'm tracing where those 2 screw holes are going to go, because I'm actually going to drill mine. Do the other one here. Okay. Got that right. And I'm just taking a skinny drill. I mean, this is like 30 seconds or something. It's pretty small. Just basically doing a pilot hole for the screws. First one I did, I didn't drill it, and it was kind of hard to get the screws in, so it's just easier to do that. And now you take your bracket, and it's got a little piece of tape on the back, so you can peel the tape, well, peel the paper off the tape. My tape's coming off with the paper, which happens, but you get the paper off the tape, expose the little tape strip. That'll help you stick it in place. So I'll just put it back here. I'm going to drill my holes in place. And the only thing different I'm doing from the instructions is I'm using my own screws. I'm using these Torx head screws because the Phillips ones that come with the kit, I kept stripping them out. So I'm using my own Torx head screws. Again? Okay, that's one. And then same thing, take the paper off. You don't really have to do this, but with the glue, I mean, but it helps a little bit. Stick it in place. It just holds it in place while you screw it. The other tip is to make sure if you're using an impact, use a long attachment, because if not, when I did it the first time when I was screwing, my drill was getting caught on the bottom of here. That was also stripping that out. Alright, so once you have those, then you can go ahead and install the blinds. So it's very easy, very quick. There's a certain method to click these in. Alright, start with the front and then rock them backwards and click them in. So again, the only thing you want to make sure is that your clips aren't interfering. Mine are, so I'm going to scoop those out. But so you start by grabbing the front lip. So I've got it kind of tilted. I've got the bottom tilted out towards me, so I can grab the front lip on these clips. And then you just kind of push up and back. And you want to hear 2 clicks for them clicking in. And that's them installed. After that, you just get your wand. It just pushes in here. Get a little click out of that. Good. And then just put your front trim board on. It just goes on these plastic clips that you installed earlier. And so what I did for these to make it easier is I get the top clipped in, and then I squeeze the bottom clip to go into that little slot inside of there. So get the top plastic one into that channel, and then push up on the bottom plastic clip, and then it just goes right in. And that's it. It's installed. Okay, so very easy to operate. Again, you just pick it up from the bottom to go up. If you want it down, you just grab here and pull down.
Tim, you don't want to do it anymore, okay?
And then twist this to open and close. Take these little cardboard pieces out. They slide out. Mine also can slide out to the right. And once you have them installed, if you need to fine tune it, you can still push it left and right. I would do that before you install this piece, but I'm sure you can take this off pretty easily just by pushing in the plastic clips. So if you need to adjust this left or right to center on your window, I used a little pry bar here. Was able to push it that way if you need to, but mine looks pretty good like that. So. Anyways, they're nice blinds. They look good. They were a lot cheaper than any other options, and we've been pretty happy with the. We've had the other two installed for about a week now. So, any questions? Feel free to ask.